Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the channel. We are back at it again on the highway. Please, filters, I hope it doesn't pick up the wind too much. Quick note, I've been watching around on YouTube, and the dude that crashed that ZX, the green rare ZX10RR, my condolences, man. I imagine it hurts a lot, especially when it's not yours, and I get it that the throttle was a little finicky, but it's unfortunate, man. But at least you're good. That's all that matters. And now, today, I wanted to talk about something in which everybody has their version. Game of the year. Everybody has their own game of the year. We just saw the Game Awards. The question is, what do I think is game of the year? And before I go on the spiel, I wanted to, I'm not gonna say make it fair, even though I could probably just add more to it to make it fair. But then it'll be all over the place, so I'm just gonna keep with the original plan, and that's, I picked one game from every console: Switch, PS5, and Series X, and I put them in order. So I have my top 3 of the year, starting with top 3 for me, and that is Stellar Blade. And look, before I get, why didn't you pick Wukong? I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I would have put Wukong instead of Stellar Blade if I would have played it, but I haven't tried it yet, so I'm gonna go off by Stellar Blade. And because actually there is significant value, like there's definitely value for me in Stellar Blade. And hopefully, I don't even know where I'm going. Hopefully there's not too much traffic, but with my luck, that's what we're always going to. So Stellar Blade for me, I'm not gonna say, honestly, I don't know if I could put it in a Souls-Light category, okay, because it's definitely not Souls-like. Oh my god, of course. Oh, of course. Yep. I knew it. I need to be a better judge of when there's traffic here in Florida, because it's all the time. But oh god, we got to see that. Nice. So Stellar Blade for me was very important, and the reason why is because I've never liked Souls-like games, and that's starting with the original Demon Souls. I played the Demon Souls remake. I played let me see, Dark Souls 1 and 2. I never played 3. I have played Bloodborne, a good couple of hours of it. What else did I play that's similar? Like Sekiro, Neo. I mean, I played them. I really wanted to get into them because a lot of people like it, and I want to understand why people like those types of games. And to be honest, starting with Stellar Blade for me, it was the game that really got me to enjoy Souls-like games, as far as understanding parry systems, perfect parries, perfect dodges. Like, I've always dodged in a game, thank you Monster Hunter, so I'm used to that, but never a parry system. So of course, when you have a level 1 demon in any of these set games, and they can kill you in like 2 shots, I'm not surprised, because Stellar Blade does the same treatment. Literally, the beginning enemies, not even the bosses, they will literally one-shot you if you're not careful enough, and that's insane. So I put my big boy pants And oh gosh, man, honestly, I've never gone this way as for all the other times, so it's always going to be an adventure, really. All right, let's see. Oh, hey, Disney. Woohoo. Let's go that way. So for me, Stellar Blade ended up being a type of game that it got me to understand the parry system and to enjoy perfect parries. The bosses, oh man, the bosses. Okay, two things. Difficult, for sure. Did I die maybe 50 times per boss? And as it got harder and harder towards the end, did I die more? Of course. Second thing, the soundtrack. If anybody's played Stellar Blade, just the first boss alone, the soundtrack when he comes out, and it's like thundering clouds and this hardcore, you know, metal music is playing. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to die, but I'm ready to do this over and over again because I just want to hear that. And it makes it so much more epic to enjoy the battle. So of course I do understand the frugality of whenever you beat a boss, that you finally get something out. You know, you finally get your stronger equipment, you could finally level up and things like that. So throughout that game, and yes, I did beat it, I learned a lot. Did it make me want to go back and start these other games again? Honestly, not really. There was a lot of games to play this year, and once I finished Stellar Blade, I kind of moved on to the next thing. But I wouldn't mind, especially next year. Let's see what we got coming out. And you know, there are of course some Souls-like games, including the all-new Elden Ring expansion that's going to be coming out later on, the team-based expansion. So to me, this game definitely was one of my favorite games this year, and I played mostly defensively, but once I get a little window, you know, I go hard and I kind of beat the enemy, kind of get the points in there. So passing on to number two, and look, we can all break the rules. The Game Awards just put an expansion as part of their list, so I feel like I could do it too. And I'm gonna make this very brief because the game just came out a little bit ago. So yes, there's still a lot of stuff that I have to go through, and I'm just kind of giving a first glimpse, but I feel like it should be part of the list. And that's Indiana Jones. Yes, you can play it on other consoles soon, I believe. I'm not sure exactly, but I know later on it will be available for PS5. So for now, let Xbox take the glory and just enjoy it on there, especially if you got Game Pass. And I mean, you can't go wrong with Game Pass. Day one drops, even if it's like 20 bucks a month, but that's not the only game you could play. You could play a whole library and the whole family could play together. I mean, you can't go wrong. So beautiful graphics, they outdid themselves. I think it's honestly one of the best looking games to come out this year. I don't know if it's Xbox sauce on it, because I do notice that the Xbox can run at a native 120 hertz. So yes, I do know that the game's not going to run at a constant 120, and it's not at all. And especially I think it runs maybe, I want to say max, I didn't really measure it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's anywhere from like 40 to 50. But to your eye, oh, I'll take it. I mean, come on, your eye sees at 24 frames per second, a little bit extra refresh rate, awesome. But you know, we ain't trying to be champions of the world, and we're not trying to get them headshots. If anything, this is one of those games that you kind of, it makes you feel like you want to live through the movie. So like, you could shoot your enemies, but like, you kind of don't want to, man, because when you get that whip out, I mean, come on, just whip it. Just whip that guy, grab him by the neck, let him know who's boss, and just enjoy the game. Like, it's such a good game. It's such a good game. You don't have to shoot, and I'm pretty sure I can go through the whole entire game without shooting anybody. So that's my number 2. And of course, we got number 1. And what game do you guys think is gonna be my number 1? Come on. I just went through Stellar Blade, PlayStation. I just went through Indiana Jones, Xbox. Come on, guys. The only console left over, baby, is Switch. So for this year, what game is my number 1 pick for not just game of the year, but number 1 game for the Switch, for Nintendo? After we got Princess Peach, after we got a couple brawler games, I'm pretty sure Double Dragon came out this year, which was pretty neat. Princess Peach was cool. I liked that a lot, honestly. I think it's one of those games that they mess with a new recipe, and it was really good. It's kind of like Zelda. New recipe, something that nobody's ever seen. Yeah, let me put it on second gear before I forget. Yeah, sorry guys. I hope people understand that I'm still in the process of getting used to it here. Okay, so I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. So what's my number 1 pick? And I'm gonna pick it, and I'm gonna say it. It's Mario and Luigi Brothership. That's it. That's my number 1 pick. Let me see, where am I? Where the heck am I? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be Mario and Luigi Brothership. And why did I pick this game? Why did I pick this game, guys? Why did I pick this game? Look, have I been longing for a truly amazing turn-based game? It's been years. It's been years since I played amazing turn-based games. Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 7. And if you wanted me to pick any of the other ones, there's too many. There's too many, guys. But I love them all. Final Fantasy 10, I love them all. But then something happened where we stopped getting turn-based games. We had games like Lost Odyssey on the Xbox. We had, a bunch of games where it was a little different, like Etrian Odyssey, where it was face the enemy style of fighting, like Phantasy Star, that came out on the PC. And I'm not into those types of games. That's where I missed the original formula. Paper Mario, I tried it, didn't really get into it that much. And when I put my hands on Brothership, that's where I just completely fell in love. And it's not just the turn-based, because I know that in an earlier video I did mention the fact that Mario and Luigi kind of handholds you. But if I can spoil the beans, it handholds you about halfway the game, and then the other half of the game, it tells you, of course, objectives, which is normal. All games tells you objectives, but the way the storyline goes, it's a little more serious, in the sense of you have the bad guy, which, for the sake of the joke, because I still don't want to spoil this game, I feel like a lot of people should enjoy this game. I don't remember, and I'm gonna say it wrong. His name is probably, of course, it's Zoktorb, Zori, Zakaria Torio, something Electrics, Zapdos. Yeah, the bad guy. That guy does not care for his employees, and he's very clear about it. And what's crazy is that even the minions of the main villain, they understand that he just doesn't care for them at all, and they're okay with that. And between each other, they kind of bully each other, which they're okay with that toxic environment. And I want to say at about halfway the game, you enter an island in which it looks a little more commercial style. There's high-rise buildings. Some of the characters are in suits, and I don't want to spoil too much, but let's just say that there was one part where some employees are taken hostage, and of course, when they get released by Mario and Luigi, they're a little bit in surprise that they have the day off because they were expecting to go back to work. So not only did they get kidnapped, but they are completely brainwashed. And if a kid were to read this, right, he would be like, haha, okay, we saved them, that's the day. Okay, what are you thinking as an adult this means to you when you have employees that have been kidnapped and they're in surprise when the boss tells them, okay guys, yeah, we just got kidnapped, we gotta take the day off. And they're like, all right, you guys are the best bosses ever, right? First of all, kidnapping, come on, that's a little different, because of course, who am I kidding? Princess Peach kidnapping, of course. But when you got these employees locked in a cage, you know, it's a little different. So this game's narrative after halfway the game, honestly, turns a little older in the mentality, and that's something where a lot of people, the ones that complained about the game, I have no idea why. The storyline is so awesome, the battles are so good, the bros attacks are amazing, the battle plug system is honestly, the battle plug system is all right. I don't really like it too much. And you can combine them, and you can like do some really powerful and nice combinations, but to be honest, I didn't like it too much. I feel like the whole having to juggle and take out plug, put in plug, it just adds more to the length of the battle. So it's kind of like to make it longer if you think about it. But I mean, it's a nice addition. It's pretty cool. Update, the lag, I still have no lag. I still have not experienced lag at all. Even after unlocking all the 5 areas, still no lag. The side quests, amazing. All of them. And that's the thing, I played, shoot, man, I want to say it's about 75 hours. Yeah. And I didn't collect everything because there's some challenges, and there's a certain challenge to like beat a bunch of enemies without any equipment. And by the time I really started thinking about challenges, I was at the end already, so I'm like, it's too late now. But the game, you could make it really freaking long. And when you have a Nintendo, especially a Nintendo game that is Mario, and it's not just extra levels to like beat mini games and stuff like that, it's actual legit storyline, like extra, you can't go wrong with that. And I mean, I think that's like the best deal you can get on especially on a Nintendo Switch, on a dying console. That's something you have to let it sink. A dying console, and they managed to pull this game off this year. New graphics, I think it's new voices, and even at that, I mean, everything about the game. So for me, my number one, honestly, is Mario and Luigi Brothership for this year, for 2024. Let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think? What's your pick for game of the year? Should I still, you know what, should I still try Wukong? Because I still want to really try it, see, but I'm just, you know, I just got to put it on the list. But if you like the video, hit like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.